your 360 fire-breathing, 15 of them sprint cars. Here's your Pit Stop USA 360s on parade. In about 3/8 of a mile, these guys are gonna come unglued, guys and gals. And we will turn loose with what I like to call sprint car salvation. It's time to get loud. Petaluma Speedway, round 3, Pit Stop USA Shootout. It's showtime! Up around the top side goes Ringo. To the top goes Andy Forsberg. Forsberg's up to second. Herman Klein making moves. Look at Herman Klein. Takes up about 3 spots. Klein up to third. Problems for Lindt. We'll come off of turn number 4 and see Scott Irwin's green flag, and we'll have 24 laps of racing to go. Back out Forsberg with a huge wheelie. Here comes Bradley Terrell underneath Andy Forsberg. Ringo clicks off a lap. Haulot second. Check out the BT Express. Bradley Terrell from 8th to 4th in 2 laps. Also 6th to 3rd is Herman Klein in the 42X. Those 2 guys on the move. Forsberg fighting a tight race car right now, waiting for fuel to burn off before he starts to get fast. Here we go. Forsberg to the bottom underneath Terrell for position. Andy Forsberg working the bottom. Up around the top side goes Klein. Forsberg gets by Klein as well. Andy Forsberg from 5th to 3rd. Your leaders, Ringo, 7H Haulot second. 4 laps down. Laps are down. That's Eli Deshaies. That'll be terminal for the 91 RI. The 2M, Aaron Miller also involved. Your leader, Ringo, still there after 4 laps. Jake Haulot second. Andy Forsberg now up to 3rd, running the bottom. Bradley Terrell back to 4th. Herman Klein 5th. Arriaga. Then Matson, Toft, Kirby, Schmid, Polizzi. Lights are out. Here comes Ringo. Up around the top side goes Forsberg. He almost loses it, loses the spot, loses 2 to Terrell and Klein. Forsberg fights back around the top side of Klein. Forsberg having his problems, still fighting a tight race car. Big wheelies in the 7C. Ringo begins to sneak away from Jake Haulot. Bradley Terrell on the prowl in the 43. Lap number 7. Haulot working the bottom. Everybody kind of working the bottom. Riley Matson up on the top side, way in the back. Issues for Marissa Polizzi in the 55. She loses a lot of ground. Brophy comes up on her rear end. Herman Klein, that might hinder his progress to the front. never won here at Petaluma running 1-2. A couple of guys have won plenty of time. Plenty of times here are coming. Third and fourth are Bradley Terrell and Andy Forsberg, and they've ran down the front two. Nick Ringo all of a sudden having problems getting through lap traffic. Ricky Brophy throwing the block on Ringo, but Ringo fights through it. Getting through all the trouble are the top four. Forsberg with a huge wheel stand down the backside. 13 laps down, 12 to go. Nick Ringo still your leader. Jake Haulot is second, Bradley Terrell is third. An open track, Nick Ringo's awful fast in that 3T. Terrell taking a look at the rear end of Jake Haulot. All of a sudden, Haulot's having handling problems. Terrell hauls it into the bottom of 3 and 4, but Haulot's running there too. Somebody's going to have to make a move up the track to try to make a pass. And it might be Andy Forsberg. It looks like his car is getting a little bit faster. Forsberg pulls into the rear section of Bradley Terrell, but now he loses some time around turns 3 and 4. 16 laps down, 9 to go. It's still Ringo, Haulot, Terrell trying to catch him. Forsberg looking like he's all in right now at this point. Forsberg with problems getting off of turn 4. 17 laps in the books, 8 to go. Haulot picks up a push. Here's Terrell. Terrell takes a look underneath Haulot into turn number 1. Haulot shuts the door. Terrell can't make the pass on Haulot. Up is Marissa Polizzi. Polizzi in front of Nick Ringo. Here comes Haulot and Terrell. Your top four nose to tail through 1 and 2. 6 laps to go. Haulot slips up off of turn 2. Ringo falling around Polizzi right now. That's not the way to win a race here in Petaluma. You got to get through lap traffic. Polizzi running down the bottom, so is Ringo. Down to the bottom goes Haulot. The top 3 are right there, nose to tail. Here's Forsberg as well. Terrell hauls it into the bottom. Forsberg almost dumps it into turn 2. Forsberg backs out of it. Ringo tries to pull it down underneath. Marissa Polizzi makes the pass. Terrell underneath the 7/8 of Haulot. Bradley Terrell now. Next up for Nick Ringo. Ringo, can he fight off Bradley Terrell? Ricky Brophy in front of Nick Ringo. 23 laps down and 2 to go. Terrell is all in. Ringo's got an open track in front of him. White flag out for Nick Ringo. He's 1 lap away from winning his first main event here at Petaluma Speedway. Nick Ringo into 1 and 2. Down the backside. Ringo into turn 3. And off of 4, round 3 goes to Nick Ringo. Bradley Terrell second. Third is Jake Haulot. Fourth, Andy Forsberg. And fifth to Jason Toft. Winning his first main event here at Petaluma Speedway, Nick Ringo III finds his way into the winner's circle. Bradley Terrell second, Jake Haulot was third, Forsberg fourth, and Jason Toft was fifth.
Nick Ringo drive number 96, super modified in the old San Jose Speedway, then over to the fairgrounds. And now, Nick Ringo wins the racetrack here. That was exciting. Always exciting to see a first-time winner at your racetrack. And $2,000 Pit Stop USA Shootout winner. Hey, advantageous to start up front, but he's still with Stoutfield. That guy's the former track champion. That guy's going to win the track championship someday. Forsberg, defending track champion, Herman Klein. And this has got to be huge for you, Nick Ringo. Tell us about it.
This is huge. Been racing since on and off since 07. And finally, my first sprint car may have been winning pretty often. I can't thank my corner for guys enough. Jim, Steve. I'm sick right now.
God, loud traffic. I mean, you were just, behind the 55, just trying, she was just going fast enough. You just made the right move, and you had to feel the heat behind you.
I seen Forsberg down there one lap, and so I just moved back down to the bottom. And I stayed there all the way around. I knew it was probably going to be fast.
You're sweating in summer. When is it heavy? I know you normally run Friday nights at that Ocean Speedway. Good to see you here. Roll off in the Petaluma.
You can see it.
All right, let's stop doing